To perform this installation, you'll need a set of metric sockets or wrenches, or to make the job a little bit easier, utilize a set of metric nut drivers. This kit includes 1 Phenolic throttle body spacer, 2 throttle body gaskets, 4 M6 bolts, and some Loctite. This installation can be performed without removing the intake manifold. We will show some of the steps on the bench for better demonstration. We performed this installation on the later Bosch style throttle body, but the steps will be similar on the early Morelli cars. You will need to disconnect the throttle body wiring harness, release the clamp around the throttle inlet tube, and remove the 4 bolts holding the throttle body to the bottom of the manifold. Squeeze the side of the harness connector to release the plug from the throttle body. Loosen the inlet tube clamp with a 7mm tool. This may be difficult depending on the position of the clamp on the throttle body. Rock the inlet tube and press it down to separate it from the throttle body. Remove the 4 bolts holding the body to the manifold using a 10mm socket. Make sure to remove the factory metal gasket from the manifold. The manifold has a cast boss to prevent misinstallation of the throttle body. This boss will be too short after the spacer is installed, so you will need to verify the throttle body is positioned correctly. The spacer is installed with the supplied gasket on each side of the spacer. Use the 4 supplied longer bolts to mount the throttle body to the manifold. Don't forget to use a supplied thread locker on the bolts. Once the throttle body has been reinstalled on the intake manifold in its original position, tighten the bolts to 8 to 10 foot-pounds. This looks easy on the bench, but will be more difficult under the manifold. Reattach the inlet tube and harness connection, then start the car and check for any intake leaks.